Now we're going to talk about developing a backup plan or a redundancy. We like to use the word backup plan because redundancy may have a negative connotation for some people, but ultimately that's what it is. In order to develop a backup plan, you have to think of the reason why do we want a backup plan, because it feels like it's a use of resources that could be used in a different way. Well, we know that even with the best designed, reliable process in the first step of standardization, we don't always achieve 100%, and sometimes we don't achieve even 90%. So it's important for us to have something in place to mitigate when that happens, to be able to ensure our patients get appropriate care. The first step is a process by which we say, if you can get the first standardization step to at least 80% of reliability, that's at least. Doesn't mean it can't be more, of course it can. But when you get to about 80% and you continue to work and try to get it better, and it just maybe 85, it's tough to get any better, then it's time to think about what is the backup plan? What do we need to do? So think of the math. If you have 100 patients and 80% of them get the reliable care, that means you have 20 who don't get it yet. You then develop a backup plan, which is also 80% reliable. Now, of that 20, 16 patients get the care. When you add 80 and 16, you have 96. You now have 96% of your patients getting reliable care. That's the concept of at least 95% or better. So remember, the first step, at least 80% reliable. If you do better, that's great. Have a backup plan to then catch all of the patients who aren't caught in the first plan, and that will get you to your higher level of reliability.